Hey learner, this is Nilesh Borate. So on previous video we have to see that the brief description about the Android Studio and get the some little bit information about this studio. So now in this video we will see how to run your program on emulator as well as in physical device. So click here Tools menu, and in that select here AVD Manager. So this is your Android Virtual Device Manager window. So here click the Create Virtual Device button. So see here there are the various versions of Android and the various device name and different resolutions, different densities. So see here, now I am going to choose the Nexus 5X here because it is good one for the testing purpose. If you have a short memory or you have got a slow computer, then you may be better off with something like the Nexus 4 that uses the less resources. See the difference in between both devices have some resolution differences. Okay, so if there are more resolution means they take more memory. So if your computer is slow, then choose this Nexus 4 version. So its device size is that the 4.7 inch, its device size is the 5.2 inch, and its resolution is higher than this Nexus 4 version. So click this device and click here Next. So see here there are some system images. See here R download, Q, Pi, Oreo download, Nougat. Okay, so in SDK we have already installed this Google Q image, so that's why here there is no need to download the Google Q related images files. So simply here select the Q and click on Next. So see here this is your AVD name, Nexus 5X API level 29. So this is AVD name, but I think suggested name was a good. So next here there are the some orientation mode, portrait as well as this landscape. So here we choose our default orientation is that you are the portrait orientation. Okay, then see there is one more show advanced setting button. So see here on bottom there are some description about this RAM. So emulator take the internal storage 2048 MB RAM, that is the 2 GB RAM. So if there is an SD card in your device, then they take the 512 MB memory. So if you have the enough memory, then here change this internal RAM to 1024 MB, that is the 1 GB. But here on my laptop there are total 16 GB memory, so I can keep the same memory 2048. You don't change this RAM and the VM heap memory. So this is default 1536 MB and this is the 228 MB memory. Then see here keyboard. So here we will check this box because when you run your emulator, then by using your keyboard you can easily enter the data into this text field as well as the phone number or the text area. So here I keep all this data as it is and simply click on finish. So see here in this Android Virtual Device Manager, so this emulator is added. So see at the right over there are the three icons and there is a little triangle down here that actually gives you a list of options. So you can duplicate this AVD, wipe the data, show on the disk, view details, delete this emulator, cold boot now, and if you want to stop this emulator running, then click the stop menu. So there are various options available. Then by using this pencil icon you can edit the AVD easily, and by using this triangle button you can launch your AVD emulator. So here I click this triangle button. So see on bottom starting AVD. So see here this window is appear. So this will take a lot of a time, so we'll wait the completion. So depending on your computer configuration and the memory, so they take a time. So here approximate time is that the 5 to 7 minutes will take for if you run this emulator on first time. So this emulator is like the phone. So if you easily click this menu, so see here these are the menus available like your phone. So emulator refer to the software that the virtual device is running inside. Using an emulator to run a virtual device is a way to get the Android operating system running on your computer, so that you can run program on it as though it were a real device. And it's very handy and easy to use if you do not have a physical device. So we are going to run the Hello World application on this Android virtual device. So here we close this window and going to this activity main.kit program. So there are the two ways to run this program. So going to this run option, click here the run app, or second one, this is your toolbar and this is the button run app. So now I click this button and this is your emulator. So here we will wait till running. See here on bottom the Gradle build running means the program is going to run. So here I can open this Logcat. So see Logcat side by side. So this window is very helpful on the next upcoming projects or the programs. So by using this Logcat window, you can easily find the app crash error or some runtime errors or some exceptions. So this is the first time program running on this emulator. So they will take a time. So see here on first time. So see here in background. So Gradle build finish in 8 minutes 4 seconds. Okay. So first time they will take a time, means there's some downloading some packages or libraries from internet and update this emulator. Or next time they will not take this time. They hardly take 1 or 2 minutes. Okay. So see here, this is on center, this is your Nilesh Technology Computer Science text view message. If you press this back button, again going to this menus, so search here, this is your Hello World program. If you click this, then this is the output of the app. So like this way we run our applications in this emulator. So on next thing, we also run these applications by using the physical device like your Android phone. So here I close this emulator, then minimize this Logcat. So this is your main activity program. So there is a need to some configuration in your phone. So go to the setting on your phone. So this is the setting menu in my phone. So my phone is the Oppo Reno 2 F series. So going to setting menu, and on that setting go to about phone option. In about phone, check your build number. So tap here 7 times. So after clicking this 7 times, your developer option is enabled. So this option is available. So this developer option is available in, go to phone settings, then your additional settings, and then see this is your the developer option window. So check on this developer option, then see here keep screen on while charging. So check here on, and if you scroll down, see here, this is very important, USB debugging, check here on. So after this configuration, then use your USB cable. So one side is plug in into your laptop or computer, and second side is plug in on your phone. So here I connect my Android phone. If you connected, then switch your phone into transfer files. Remember, your phone is not on the charge only mode. Okay, so here I click the transfer file option. Then there is a one more option appear, the allow USB debugging. So here I check this checkbox and click on OK. On many computers, they need to install some additional driver to your phone. So if your phone is not detected, then search Google and install your phone driver on your machine. So here we test phone is connected or not. So see here on this drag down option, this is my phone and this is your emulator. So if you select this emulator and run, then your activity or your program is run on emulator. So see, this is your emulator and this is your output, Nilesh Technology Computer Science. Now here we close this emulator, power off. And if you click on your phone and click here run button, then your program is run on your physical device. So like two ways you can run your application, either your physical device or your emulator. So if you have any queries, then comment on your query in comment box. Like and subscribe the channel. See you on next video. Thank you.